Hey guys, I've got a Pokemon TCG battle for you today on playtcg.me. I'm using a black and white onwards Darkrai, Tornadus and Friends deck. So using Sableye and the two different Zoroarks, and I was playing against a Klinklang and Friends deck which uses Shift Gear and abuses Prism and Rainbow energies to basically power up the various different Pokemon and do their various different abilities. So yeah, I was a bit worried about this matchup, but it kind of worked out for me in the end, thanks to a good poker face. But anyway, it's been quite hard to get some good matches recently. I've been playing against a lot of dicks, just people just leaving because they're losing and for various other reasons. But at the moment, it's kind of split at the moment from the community on there because there is obviously a rotation coming, and some people are now sort of deck testing black and white onwards cards. But obviously those cards aren't on the program yet, so that kind of means that when you do, you're just facing against various different Darkrai builds. So when you are playing a Heart Gold Soul Silver sort of like build, sometimes people kind of like have a hissy face, like, you're not a World Championship, why are you ever using these cards? And but it's like because I want to use Garchomp Altaria and that's not available yet. But anyway, that shit aside, I hope you guys enjoy this match. So you guys know the drill. I've sped the match up double time, so it's not so long and so fucking boring for you. And we're getting opening hands. It looks like I'm going to have to mulligan, and he is as well. So looks like no extra cards for either of us. And I'm opening up with a Zorua. So put down those prizes, do those coin flips, and let's see who's going to go first. I'm fairly sure I go first. Yeah, it's going to me. So he's got a Darkrai with a Kling, or was it a Clang? I can't remember the evolution step. Anyway, so I'm going to bang down Darkness and a Darklaw, and I'm going to want to, for some reason, use my random receiver because I do not want to Juniper away a DCE because I only run 2. But in retrospect, that wouldn't have been too bad. But anyway, so I give myself a Sharon. I'm not using Bianca, I'm using Sharon. Just in previous tests, obviously, if I would have got a Bianca then, I would have just been like, oh, I could draw 1 or I get rid of it. So Sharon, well, Sharon gets me another random receiver, a catcher, and another darkness energy. So, you know, it's okay. So we're going to use Ascension, and we're going to grab ourselves the black and white version of Zoroark. I go 2 of that and 1 of the Brutal Bash from Dark Explorers. So he is going to go for a Collector. Obviously we're saying goodbye to Collector in a few months time to get himself out 3 basic Pokemon. Then he's got himself another Groundung and another Kling/Clang. He's called Klink, so he's called neither. Forgive me, I've not actually played the black and white games on the DS, so the only way I know the names from these Pokemon is just from playing with the cards. So anyway, he's going to stick down an Eviolite and pass. So I'll put down another Darkness energy, and I'm like, do you know what? Fuck it. Let's just let's get rid of that catcher. Let's just Juniper away that hand. A buttload of Darkness gone into the discard, but it's just good for Dark Patch. And we'll put out 1 of the Sableyes. No point putting out 2. Now I want his Darkrai still to be active. That's why I didn't use the catcher. I'm just checking out the attacks. There's no point me capturing for that one because I'm not going to do much damage. The maximum damage I can do from using Foul Play is by using the Dark Spear, whatever it is, I don't even know the attack of Darkrai. I play Darkrai quite often. So which does 90 damage to active and 32 bench. And because he's got Eviolite, he thinks, oh, that's going to take 20 damage off, but he hasn't realised that I'm obviously using Darklaw, which would have done 20 extra damage, so they kind of nullify each other, so he will correct his damage in a minute and put it back onto 90. So he's going to put down an energy onto his Groundung and end away each other's hands. And I still haven't drawn into a Darkrai. I am running 3 in the deck, but I'm not coming into any yet. And he is going to try and stall, I'm guessing. He's now going to stick out my Sableye, and I think he passes. So, looks like he passes. I think he's going to pass. Is he going to pass? Is he going to pass? He passes. So, I am going to have to get rid of this DCE, basically to retreat him. But anyway, I'm going to go for the Crushing Hammer first, and I'm going to get rid of his Prism Energy because I know how reliant his deck is on Prism. It's just double checking yet. Sableye has got a 1 retreat, so we'll put on the DCEs, that way we can get him out of the way, and we can put out our Zorua, our Zoroark again, and this way we're actually going to get ourselves 3 prizes, because we are going to hit the Darkrai X for 90 and another 30 on that Klink. So this is going to be a nice turn 2 3 prize KO, so that's pretty good going. And I was really worried about those ground dungs, obviously with my Darkness Pokemon having weakness to fighting and whatnot, but going 3 prizes ahead pretty early kind of made me feel a hell of a lot better. So anyway, he is going to use a random receiver and get himself a Pont. And before he plays that, he's going to whack down another Prism, and he's going to Pont away his hand. So at least this time he's going to attack. And that's going to do Tromp, does 20 damage, plus 10 to all of my bench dudes, and times 2 weakness on the Zoroark, but obviously that doesn't affect bench Pokemon weaknesses. And anyway, Sableye has no weakness, but the Eviolite is going to protect him from taking any damage. So I'll take 40 on damage there. So we're going to get ourselves a Tornadus, and I figured I'd get this guy down because obviously he's got resilience to fighting, and he could play a role. And we play the Sharon, and look what we get. We get ourselves a Darkrai, and another Dark Patch, or 2 Darkrais and a Dark Patch. So we're going to go Dark Patch 1, attach Dark Patch 2, and then I'm like, oh shit son, I got a 3rd fucking Dark Patch! Fucking hell yeah, I'll do that. So that was pretty cool, getting a Darkrai charged up straight away. And I was like, what should we do here? Should we, thump him, or do his other attack? Is it Giant Claw? Hit him for like 80 damage, which would have been 100. So I probably maybe should have done that. But I was like, I want to put damage on his bench in some way, and don't just want to spread 10. So yeah, I'm gonna. I'm fairly sure I retreat out here. So we're gonna get this guy the laborious task of moving all those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards away from the active slot and sticking forward our Darkrai EX, and we're going to put 90 on the active and 30 on his Klinklang, because obviously we want to get rid of that because he abuses the shift gear to be able to move his damage around. Not damage, he moves the energy around. Fucking hell. So anyway, he's going to attach enough energy, and then he moves the energies off, so obviously probably attach them to his other Pokemon, doesn't really have to do that, just so he can do a max potion and heal all the damage off. So there was a brief little show of what Klinklang does. Pause it on there if you want to see, if not, just go on PokeBeach and find out what it does. So yeah, he's going to use, what's he doing to me? Is he just thumping? He's just thumping, because he's spreading the damage. Cool, he probably could have, if I would have him, I would have gone for a Giant Claw, but whatever. So I'm going to play my random receiver and get myself a Juniper. So this is, I've got a lot of stuff in hand I don't necessarily want to get rid of, but it's kind of a dead hand. So first of all, I want to kind of remove the damage from Darkrai. I'm thinking, yeah, let's try to super scoop up and we get the heads. And that way we can stick forward our Zoroark, because I don't really mind that going, because if it dies, that's just 1 prize, instead of the 2 prizes from the Darkrai EX. And I'll stick down the Darkrai again and attach energy. So obviously that triple attach from Dark Patch has kind of been wasted, because I've obviously now super scooped up and whatnot, and obviously the lack of junk arm's going to make stuff hard to get things back. But what do? Do I attack? Yeah, I attack, and he only puts 80 damage on, because again, he doesn't realise I've got a fucking Dark Claw. So I'm going to do 100 damage. But again, obviously either top deck or he had another fucking max potion. So he's going to take all that damage off, which kind of sucks, and he's going to knock out my Zoroark. So now I'm thinking, what's going well? Not going so well. So I attach to Tornadus, but I don't want to attach to Tornadus. I want to attach to my fucking Sableye. So I'm like, hang on, have a little think. What am I doing? Stop being a schmuck. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah, that's where I want to go, and I apologise. It's not like we're at some form of tournament, so people know it's pretty cool if you make a slight misplay. If it was Battle Roads or Worlds or something, yeah, obviously you need to be pulled up on these things. But anyway, so I'm going to go for the hammer, and I get ahead. So I'm going to kill off one of his energies, and I'm going to go for the very special prisms, and then I'm going to use an enhanced hammer and kill off his second prism energy. So his ground lung is going to be stuck. And let's go for all 3, but I didn't get a second hit, so that goes. That failed. So from this point, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to do Junk Hunt, and I'm going to give myself a Dark Patch. That way I can get Darkrai set up next turn, and another Crushing Hammer. Maybe I should have got Enhanced Hammer, because having normal metal energies on that guy is not really helpful, but what the hell. So anyway, he's going to play another Collector and get himself a Darkrai and a Klink, and he's going to lay down his Darkrai. And he's going to attach a standard metal energy to his Kyogre. And I'm going to draw into a fucking Dark Patch anyway. So, oh well, didn't really have to. So I'm going to put, again, fuck up the attach, put it onto Tornadus, and that way I'm going to do double Dark Patch to get my Darkrai. So that's 2 mistakes for me, so yeah, probably a bit naughty, but what the fuck. So anyway, we hammer again, and hammer time. You know, we've got our Parachute Pants are busting out some moves, and we're going to get rid of that energy, and we might as well just Juniper away this hand. Do we Juniper away? Do I Juniper? I think I Junipered. Did I Juniper? I don't know. Oh no, I didn't Juniper, I left it out on the field from last time. Anyway, so we're going to bring out Darkrai, and that way we're going to strike again for 90 damage on his active and 30 damage to his Klinklang. So I'm hoping, I'm praying to God, do not have a fucking max potion. And look what he fucking top decks. So damage negated off the ground dung, but he has no support, so he has to pass. So I'm going to attach another Dark Energy onto my Tornadus, and we're going to go for the same thing again. We're going to 90 on the active and 30 on his Klinklang. So unless he gets himself some form of support card, he's pretty stuck. But he's going to try and you know, hold me off and trying to slow me down by capturing out my Zorua. And I draw a card. In fact, I think this is the point where he decides to scoop. He's kind of figured that next turn I'm going to be knocking out his Groundung and getting 2 prizes, and I'm going to be putting another 30 damage onto his Klinklang. We'll put it up to 120, so that means all I've got to do is get that Zorua out of the way and do one more attack from Darkrai, and that would be the KO. So you see, I drew into a Sableye. Depending on what he would have drew, probably where his luck was going, he probably wouldn't have got into the support card I needed. And then the next turn rolled up to me. I was then going to get the Dark Energy to do all those things that I said. So I was really worried at that matchup for a while, but I guess things went my way. Got lucky with the hammers and played the card. Of me obviously making 2 mistakes, which he didn't pull me up on, but I played pretty well. So anyway, there's a match. I hope to try and get some more stuff soon. Please like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys later. Adios. Bye.